Welcome to the Dominican Republic, the land of opportunities where all your dreams will come true, a perfect vacation spot for families and couples. Dominican is the land of rest and relaxation where the Atlantic meets the Caribbean. Large resorts offer all the comforts of modern living right on the beach. The Dominican Republic's shores are washed by the Atlantic Ocean to the north and the Caribbean Sea to the south. The Mona Passage, a channel about 130 kilometers wide, separates the country from Puerto Rico. The country is a tropical maritime nation with hot temperatures that make it a huge tourist attraction. Dominican gets tourists from all over the world, including Europe, Canada, and the US, to all its famous islands, including Barahona, Santo Domingo, Punta Cana, Santiago, Puerto Plata, and Monte Cristi. The Dominicans have a very rich culture that involves a lot of dancing, singing, and eating out. Dominicans pride themselves on their hospitality. When someone visits, Dominicans go out of their way to make guests feel welcome and comfortable. Business cultural differences between Canada and Dominican vary. For example, meeting etiquette in Canada is much different than what it would be in Dominican. A handshake with direct eye contact and a welcoming smile is standard. When shaking hands, use the appropriate greeting for the time of the day: Buenos dias, buenas noches, or buenos tardes.
In the Dominican Republic, 28% of the population are made up of people under the age of 15, and 26.7% of the population is made up of 15 to 29-year-olds. So, for young tourists, it's a great destination for meeting people. Since 90% of the children and people in the Dominican Republic are literate and educated, it's a great place to have your own children grow up if you choose to move here. 80% of the people in the Dominican Republic are followers of the Catholic Church.
The Dominican has a representative democracy whereby the president of the Dominican Republic is both head of state, head of government, and of a multi-party system. The role that government has on international business is huge, as they determine things such as licensings and permissions, regulations, formalities, taxes, and all of these have a direct impact on the ease of doing business. The Dominican has the 9th largest economy in Latin America and is the largest in the Caribbean and Central American region. It's heavily dependent on agriculture, mining, trade, and services. It's very huge on tourism. The Dominican receives close to 8 million tourists per year, which is one of the major reasons why there have been so many resorts and everything else built. Last year, the number of tourists for the first 4 months grew by 5.6% when compared to the year before. The only downfall to the following economy is how fast it's growing, which can limit and stunt its growth. The top 5 imports for Dominican Republic are refined petroleum, petroleum gas, crude petroleum, cars, and semi-finished iron. Whereas, on the other hand, the top 5 exports for Dominican are gold, medical instruments, rolled tobacco, low voltage protection equipment, and bananas.
Canada invested $1,300 million in the Dominican in 2005/6. The Dominican Republic joined the CAFTA agreement, in which they commenced with trade with the United States, accounting for $53 billion in total imports and exports between the two countries.
When a country has as much to offer as Dominican Republic, it's impossible to pinpoint a single reason to invest in one of the most dynamic economies in the world. The Economic Intelligence Unit has rated Dominican Republic the #1 place to do business in the Caribbean region for the next 5 years. Dominican Republic is the place to be. World-class universities, private acclaimed healthcare system, clean, friendly cities, and spectacular scenery make Dominican Republic a great place to invest, work, live, and raise a family.